Okay, music, you can go away now. Alright, there we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another stream. So, I forgot to mute this. Okay, there we go. But right now, just gonna be building up this because if you have not seen the last stream, I ripped it to shreds. So now we're fixing it. I still don't know why. But, just have to get on with it, regardless of any problems. Hello, spare parts. What is going on? If you've seen the pinned comment, that offer is still. Oh, there we go. Strong. Dumb. That offer does go to you as well. So, easily. Yeah, it's still broken right here. It's this one right here. Unfortunately. It's not the greatest, but I am working on trying to get a replacement for that, so could be worse. Where did I put all of these? Where did I put all of them? They're not there. We know they are there. Okay, we don't talk about that. Yeah, no problem, spare parts. That's fair enough. Ah, free. How? There we go. Go! No! I know I said I'd be building, I'm just ripping it up, but we don't talk about that. Welcome in, everybody. I wonder if I can. Oh, yes, that did work. All right, well, this doesn't really do anything now anymore, does it? Stuff is flying everywhere. Seminar human jurisdiction. Yeah, it's rough. Yeah, what is it? Okay, summon Mike and Ike. Oh yeah, I forgot this. Other than that, I don't know, Scott. Could be better. Actually, definitely could be better today. Considering recent days, worse feels like an understatement, but we'll go with that. I'm not gonna use these. That there. Let's get a couple pieces of filler brick here. See if we can squeeze that in anywhere. Yeah, no, it is copper. Which I'm thankful. I'm thankful the cough's gone because I was crashing out because of that cough. Like when I was sick, I was coughing like every other second. It annoyed me so much. Yeah, but I was sick, Scott. Alright, spare parts. Goodbye. We'll see you around, hopefully. Depends if you finish studying first, but if it's AP exams, I somewhat doubt that. Alright. Okay. This was. Here we go. That there. This goes here. Alright, well, let's check up on how the poll is doing. Okay, yeah, most people have seen it. That's good. I guess I should probably say what I'm building as well. I feel like that would provide some good context. But I'm currently building the first episode of the Clone Wars. So that would be the episode called... You guys see? It just bounced. It's a little hop. But yes, I'm building the first episode of the Clone Wars, which would be Ambush. And this is for... Well, it was originally for Brick World Chicago, but it looks like it's going to be coming to one in Springfield, Massachusetts as well at this rate. So this mock's going to be around. Hello, Clips. Welcome to the stream. That is Pretty Fair Peanut Productions. Welcome to the stream. Yes, Clips. I did see that reveal. To be honest, I mean, okay. Of course I like it and stuff, but like I don't know if I'll get it, but it definitely looks cool in my opinion. Welcome to the stream, Noodles. What is going on? Everyone in the stream's having a fantastic day right now, or night, whatever time it is. Yeah, Clips. I don't know. $40 though is a bit. That's a bit. I don't know. I don't know about that one. I don't know about the $40. That is definitely a bit of a... We don't talk about that one. Yeah, the Night Trooper Battle Pack looks pretty cool. I'll definitely get one of them at least, because... Hold on. I think chat can still hear me. But for this mock, which we built also live on stream, you can see it has the Death Troopers. They're my favorite Imperial Trooper. It's not even close. So I'm curious to see how the dead ones will compare to the alive ones. Okay. Yeah, Scott, are you talking? Yeah, that Scott, the one with like the staff. That looks so good. Yeah, exactly, peanut butter. Peanut. I can't talk right now. Holy. But that is fair. The buildable... I don't know if the buildable battle droid is... I don't know if it's 130, though. So I've seen that's 130, and I don't know if it's 130. Actually, maybe it is, to be fair. I don't know how much the ATTE was. I think the ATTE was around, like... I want to say it was 150. I could easily be wrong about that, though. No, Peanut, I don't do stop motion animations. We have 2 subs, so that's pretty cool. We got 2 new subs. Unfortunately, we're missing some lights, and they're not exactly set up, so not the best display, but no. He does look good, Copper. Yes, thank you, Peanut Productions, for subbing. Do appreciate it. No, yeah, I do not do stop motion animations. I mean, like, I don't really have the patience to do them. That's the problem that I have. But, like, the people that have the patience for them and stuff, and they've practiced and everything, like, they're so good at it. It's unreal. Okay, no, we don't have one in that color. Alright. Yeah. Okay, I do need to make a little, the jumpers. We kind of have to make a bit of a little tunnel section here, because what I want to do is I want to make like a little bit here that you can like pop open and then get to the wire section. that's the idea. But the ideas most of the time don't go my way, so we'll see what happens, to be fair. Some dry fish was yeah. Oh, that's like such a perfect fit. Well, I mean, to be fair though, like that also works good. Oh, what? We could do that. Hold on. Hold up a minute. One of these. Never mind. It's not what I thought it was. I don't know. Alright, I'm gonna just get some progress done here. What other? It's not too bad there. Some cheese slopes here. Peanut. Actually, I was gonna have you guess, but I don't think you could never guess. No one would ever guess my true favorite theme. Some of the OGs in the chat right now, they might know my favorite theme. They might. I don't think anyone else will know though. But the OGs know. Scott, bro, stop bro, I'm just getting bullied now. To be fair though, Duplo actually is like useful though. Like I was thinking of stealing some Duplo from downstairs and then using that in this for structure just because it's useful. Like I was thinking about doing that though. Unironically. As much as you want to bully me. Oh wait, Scott, were you at the building and chatting where we gave Sky the ultimatum? Do you remember the ultimatum for Sky Ren, Scott? That was glorious. Wait. What's a reference that the Chucky I know would know? Yeah, okay, that's true, Copper. That's very true. But what's also true is, Copper, remember when we were Skyrim was talking and we said if he got the Naboo Starfighter, if he got it early, he'd have to review a friend's set, and that was glorious. He didn't review it because he didn't get one, which is unfortunate, but missed opportunity. Oh, trust me, Scott, Skyrim does too. He finds a lot of fault. A lot. Okay, let's grab these. Put that there. Let's put that right there. Copper, that's what it is, though. That's the thing. Like, that's what happens half the time. Like, the one time it was just me and Bounty Hunter, it was so peaceful. Words can't describe the serenity that I felt during that episode. Okay, I have to stop bullying Skyred, or that's gonna become like half of the channel now. So I'm not gonna do that for a little bit anyways. I can't promise it the whole stream. There we go. I said I was gonna build this up. I'm just ripping this apart more. See, it's so counterintuitive. Okay, but I can say this. Also, we got another sub, so thank you. I don't know if you guys can see it, but over here, up on top, is the build for the Ark Lego game, and I have the whole set up there. You guys can't see it, but it's up there. And I have the review done. I just have to edit it. I would do the what's it called? I was gonna do that review, but what happened was what's it called? I can't remember for the life of me. But there was there was the collab thing that I needed to do. I had to do the collab. Copper. That would ruin the surprise. No, because if I say it, Copper, that person's latest video is part of the collab. So, like, if I say it, you immediately would know. I don't want to spoil it. Because I'm really excited for this one. I don't know if the builds that I have for it will be done by the end of this weekend, but that would be cool if they were. Okay, so we have a little bit more of this up. I don't think we can put any of that anywhere. I can't say when it will happen just because there's a lot of other things going on. So I can't, like, for sure guarantee when it will go out. But I will say this. I'll say this for everyone in stream. It's not going to be a stream collab. That's all I'm going to say. It's that I don't want to spoil too much. I also do like keeping secrets, so I'm definitely having a fun time with this. Do I have? I don't think I have one of those. Treasure these then, right? Yeah, that looks pretty good. Let's do that. Copper, I'm not doing a I'm not doing some. If that person ever gets that one person ever gets what I said. I have to see. I'm pretty sure. Bit too far, I think. I'm almost muted. Wait, did I? Oh, okay. I'll do that in a second. But how am I almost muted? I might just be talking quietly. Do that. And then. Alright. So I think I should talk about it.
Hello, Crimson. I'm back. General Kenobi. How is everyone doing? He's quiet.
Quiet? No, not
No, I'm joking. I didn't hear you say anything.
Bounty, but you sound tired. Did spending all the money for May 4th make you so sad? Oh, I can't even. It's a frick.
I come in here and then it's like, oh, it's that bounty guy from Copper. I know. No.
It's just a friggin'.
But now, how are you all doing today?
Mm-hmm. Hello, Clone Trooper. Welcome into the stream. What's going on? Get rid of that.
I mean, you did say spending a lot of money on May 4th, right?
Yeah.
Or May the 1st. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, for sure. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I had some points too, so I just
a little more than some.
I had like maybe $60 worth of points, so I just used it. If I can't get double, I'm using my points. But yeah. No, it's good to see everybody. Good to be on. But did you get anything for the Star Wars weekend, Crimson?
No, I did not, which is unfortunate, but
it's alright.
Mainly, that is because I want to save a little bit for the convention.
Yeah.
Later in May, so I don't want to so I can have a little bit more interesting of a video.
Oh no, there. For sure. No, this is my last fight. I was saving for this too, so it was like one of the last big things I was planning because there's some stuff coming out later this year. Just not really excited for it, so I'm like, well, might as well just get the things I actually like. So
no, yeah, for sure.
It was more like that, but we're doing the just to let people know on the building chatting, we're doing the Django helmet tomorrow here.
Yes, that's true. Wait, what time's the building and chatting?
Planning to do it at 6 tomorrow, but I'm trying to do like a whole weekend. I'll have a Revenge of the Sith video up Sunday because I did the re-release, and then And then there's Tales of the Underworld. I'm gonna plan put that out Monday, but yeah, just playing. I was like, I want to do some Star Wars stuff for this week. more.
Was it? It was just time for the Star Wars.
Yeah, I'm going. Oh, Scott Davis is going to the Reds game tomorrow for Star Wars night. Nice. Bounty he wants to save up so he can eat at the convention. Oh, I gotcha. Gotcha, Copper.
Oh my god.
Well, I'm doing like I'm going to like not Lego but a convention in July. So that's why I'm like that's what I'm saying. It's like some of the stuff coming out June, July, not really too much care for it. So I'm like I could actually get to save for. And I think these will take us into June almost. So,
yeah,
a
little bit. Be so careful. I already messed this up one time. I don't want to do this again.
Yeah. No. My week's been consumed by Star Wars. That's all I'll say about that for May the 4th.
Clone Trooper. I don't. Oh wait, I know what I might do for May 4th to make Copper happy. Cause he always bullies me about this. Actually, not always, but it's not uncommon for him to be like, "Oh, Crimson, yes, Copper, you know what I'm saying. I didn't say it, but you know what I'm saying. At least you probably do, anyways. But Copper, give me one movie, Star Wars movie to watch this weekend. Or Benny, I guess you can do one too as well.
With anything Star Wars on May 1st or on May 4th, you just gotta do it. You gotta do it. You just gotta.
That's what I would say, Copper. I gotta see one. What one should I observe?
You should have seen Revenge of the Sith.
Well, I wasn't gonna go see that in theaters. I already went to the theaters like a couple days before, so
it was really good.
Well,
like to see it.
Yeah,
it was nice.
Did it bring back all the memories?
Well, it's my first time like seeing it on the screen, so it's like, yeah, it's my favorite Star Wars movie, so it's like I loved it, and everyone cheered at like all the big moments. Do it. This is where the fun begins. General Kenobi, like it was awesome. It was, and then they had to pause the movie for a minute because someone had a medical emergency during it. But during that, two dudes got up and entertained us by dueling with lightsabers, so it was fun.
Well, I could have gone during that. I want to see the duel.
They were dueling at the bottom, like because at the theater we were at, they actually had like a big like open space at the bottom, so they were just dueling it out. So it was pretty fun to be there and experience it with people that Star Wars fans that got everything. It was cool. Very cool.
Clearly, if two people decided they're gonna fight each other with lightsabers,
it was fun. But no, I'd say just do something for it.
Something special.
But nice.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, Building Shining does have a lot planned. I was looking at the community post.
Yeah,
community post, or was it in the Instagram? I think it was community post.
I did a small community post. I was just like, I'll let everyone know what we have planned or what I was thinking about. So, and there's gonna be a lot coming up. So, I'm very excited. very excited.
You know, is this where the fun begins?
It is where the fun begins.
Interesting.
It is. It's also where you learn the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise. Okay. Or
I mean, what was the?
Copper, he's a killer doll guy. LOL.
I mean,
Yes.
hey, can't take any chances. Something bad could happen.
Only
Yeah, what was
Sith deal
the-
in absolutes. No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Better be safe than sorry. So I'm saying. I'm trying to find the. Was it in this? No, it wasn't in this. No, it wasn't this one. It was the I forgot. I'm gonna ignore it. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. So I guess Bounty, what do you think of the leaks? What do you think?
The leaks for what?
The new sets, of course.
Oh, which sets were we talking about here?
I mean, I guess what do you think of the May 1st sets that you have right now? Like just box, like not in hand. Like what's the opinion?
Well, I went with the ones that I thought looked the best, and I got like my Indy was talking about too, but I did like this one. Just speaking of Revenge of the Sith, I picked up the Brickheads because I Grievous for sure, but I like those a lot, and it's like it actually looked cool to me. I got both the Brickheads, the Luke X-wing one and the Revenge of the Sith. I mean, this is cool too. I mean, I do like the promo as well. Like the promo looks so much better in person than it did on the pictures. Like the pictures made it look a little weird, but it does. The promo does look very nice.
Yeah.
And the 3 clones are great. Like this is probably one of the best promos they've done in a few years because there's actual figures in it. So
Yeah.
the droid carrier last year was pretty good too. But
I mean,
this looks good in person too. The Slave One. So the
Bounty, you're gonna get me
Starship-
canceled.
the Starship.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, you're gonna get me canceled, Bounty. That'll be my May 4th, trying to get uncanceled.
Yeah.
The Bounty Hunter just cooks me with that.
Indie, but indie bricks, yes, Scott, but also indie, but no. Are there any helmets you don't have? Yes, there is. Even like he's my favorite, but I just haven't been able to pick it up yet. I think the only 2 I'm missing now are one just came out, and I'm waiting for maybe a sale or just later, but I don't have Kylo or Rex. But I want the Rex one is the one I want the most. 'Cause
I wonder why.
Rex is the best, one of the best characters.
Bro, Scott!
Just to make sure YouTube sees it. Yeah.
No, Scott! You can't do this to me. You know how much I sacrificed?
Do you know how much I've sacrificed?
Oh no. Scott wants me to get canceled.
No. Cribs is like, I'm for the Republic, for democracy. Oh no.
I'm only for
Liar.
democracy when I'm the total and absolute ruler.
The Slave One.
The question of whether that's democracy or not is, we don't care
Yeah.
about that, but
No. Scott, remember that streamer Crimson Toaster? Too bad.
no, they're already writing their stories about me. No, I'm gonna be a distant memory in the past. Copper's gonna go on to a stream and he's gonna be like, Oh wait, Scott, remember when that
Yeah.
one thing happened to that Crimson guy? It's supposed to be like, oh, that was so long ago.
Yeah.
Oh.
No.
And then someone in chat will be like, someone in chat will go, wait, who's the Crimson Toaster guy? And then Copper will go, have you ever heard the tragedy of Darth Crimson the Unwise?
But yeah, no. But also like on my main channel, just Bounty Hunter Live, I did a whole video and put that up today about everything and why I got it too. So you can check that out if you want. But I did my haul. But it's I enjoyed it. It was a great time, and there were a few people there at the May the 1st line that they were chill dudes.
Just some chill guys.
Some chill guys, some Instagram content creators, stuff like that. I found some. Yeah, so it was pretty cool. There were actually some cool people there, so had a lot of fun.
Did you get the chance to meet Copper in person?
I mean, I know Scott also got this, but they gave the Camino postcards as well. Welcome to Camino. It's pretty cool. But
exclusive memorabilia.
And then you always gotta have a keychain or a coin.
Mm-hmm.
But this one's actually pretty cool, so I like it. I'll set it with the slave one, like prop it up or something.
Bounty Hunter! Oh my gosh!
Hey, I'm sorry. I'm an OG. That's what it was called. All right.
You're a bad boy bounty hunter. You don't play by the rules.
I'm an OG fan. I watched it when it was called the slave one.
It's gonna be that one meme of back in the day. Django Starship was called the Slave One. Let's get you back to bed, Papa.
Yeah. Now, this is an interesting thing, though. My store ran out of Falcons, so they're like, "Hey, we're going to get you a replacement for it." They gave people that didn't get a Falcon. They gave us the Coral Reef promo or diorama. This is the same spending limit as this. Like $160, $150. So we got a $150 promo for the $50 Falcon. It's kind of funny.
That's called value right there.
It's called value, but it's pretty. And I think this one ended right before May the 1st. So it's kind of it's pretty cool.
There we go. We got the AAC back on.
Yeah, and they just I saw some of those diorama things, but I just didn't really
didn't vibe with them.
Well, they're cool, but it's just like mainly it's like I mainly get the promos for themes and stuff I really like. So some of them they kind of sweep under the radar. So there's other things I'm like, I don't know what that is. That's pretty cool. Yeah. It's kind of a win, really. You can buy the poly bag at Walmart, Target, I know. And if you don't like it, you can always sell it. I think it's pretty cool, though. I like the sea, the ocean. So and it might make a cool video, so stream. So
Lego Star Wars fan rates random thing I was given because they ran out of Lego Star Wars. Building live.
Oh, that's cool, Copper. Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty fancy, you know. It's pretty fancy.
Yeah. But in terms of leaks, there hasn't been too much. I know the Battle Droid got revealed.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
Scott and Cup were talking about that earlier, and to be honest, like, it looks really good. I'm not gonna lie.
It's really good. The battle, like, when it was just we just knew it as like it was the Battle Droid, right? I'm excited, but the price seems a little high. Now
and now
it has the snap, and it's so much. Yeah, it's really good looking. That one is good, and the advent calendar's not too bad either. It's pretty decent.
I don't know. The advent calendar,
It's
I
decent
don't
for
know.
some
It's
of
like
it.
it's not terrible in my opinion. I don't
Yeah,
like it's not like as a clone trooper or like a stormtrooper or anything, but it's got like
yeah.
it's B2 and stuff, so it's not like
hmm
it's
yeah,
completely.
it's not the thing I know. It's like not full on like Christmas, but there's still some decent stuff in there. But I might, yeah, we'll see. Hopefully they stay the normal advent calendar price, because if it goes higher, oh goodness me.
I think it's supposed to be the same, thankfully. Because otherwise Bounty Hunter would go insane. But yeah, I think it's supposed to be the same, but don't quote me on that. I can't promise anything.
And I know this was a few weeks ago, and I might make a little short video about this, about some of those sets I'm excited for. But it's mainly the buildable ones right now. Like I do like the K2SO, and I like the Battle Droid. So those are probably the ones I'm going to look into more. The Turbo Tank, if the wheel leak is true, looks very disappointing. Looks like it's going to be super small for the new price of 160. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. That's like disappointing, just because the turbo tanks. It's supposed to be a big vehicle. It's not supposed to be like something small. Like it's supposed to be a big vehicle. Like you can see, I think even in Revenge of the Sith, when it's in the Wookiee scene or whatever, like it's a pretty big vehicle.
Oh yeah. They're huge, and that the wheels are supposedly going to be that small. It's kind of scary for the price you're paying, but like the ones I got like for May 1st is the ones I felt like most reasonable. Like it felt like, yeah, I can get behind these. That kind of makes sense with the price. The Kylo Ren stuff just not really a sequel fan, and it just that shuttle's overpriced. And I was thinking about the U-Wing, and here's the funny thing about that. 4 sets, right? Those 4 sets, the Slave One, the Chopper, the Jango helmet, and the U-Wing were the same price as all the other stuff I got. And I got like, what, 5 or 6 sets? I got like two, maybe 3 more than what I was planning to get. And it was like the same price as 4. So I dropped the U-Wing, got the briquettes and stuff, and it worked out with my points a lot better. So
yeah, I mean, the U-Wing, I don't really know how I feel about it, to be honest, because like it just kind of looks like I'm getting very Arc 170 vibes from it, even though it's like it's not the Clone Wars, but that's what it feels like to me. Like it's filling that new
gap
that the Arc had. Like that's what it's doing.
Yeah, but it's mainly what I've noticed about myself is a little bit with the new stuff is I'm really more interested in the buildable characters a little more now, because I just like they're just kind of killing it this year with those. They actually look.
How much is the K2SO going to be? Like, do you remember?
I think K2SO is 90. It's less than 100.
I mean, yeah, in my opinion, 90 still feels a little bit much to me, just because looking at the leaks, it looks small. But I'll wait to definitively say that until it comes out a little more. But right now, to me, it just looks like a bit of a small build, so I'm not like.
Yeah, I just really in the.
Like, no, I think I'm not saying it's a bad.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, for the price and stuff, like right now in the leaks we've gotten, it just seems like a bit of a small build to me. So I'm not, I'm not as sold as you are on it, Bounty Hunter, right now. But
yeah, I get that. The thing with me is the like I think almost every set, besides maybe 2 or 3, is over now, like 100 for August. I really think there's only maybe 2. I think maybe about 3, maybe 4. That's less than that. And in August, and the rest of it's the MTT. I think that raised to around. I think they said 140 at first. Now it's maybe around 150. The turbo tank is 160. The and just some other of those bigger ones. It's just like, oh my god. It's like
know.
the Ewok raised to, or Wicket or whatever raised to 120 from 90. So I'm like, oh my god. I don't know about that one.
Well, I think part of it too is the
Yeah.
tariffs and stuff for us in the U.S. I think that's part of it.
Yeah, but the thing that people kind of get wrong about that too is if you go back a few months before all of it happened too, it's like there were already talks of them raising prices before. So it's just they kind of there were multiple companies talking about raising prices even before everything happened. So it's just I think it just kind of just came. I feel like some companies kind of just use that as an excuse, like, hey, we're just going to raise them. So.
Yeah, that's kind of true. I think.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's like
the
the thing that I said in the. Hold on, I need to find it in the chat.
Yeah, but they're talking about that River Steamboat. I saw that, like in the case the other day. Like they had the Star Wars and the River Steamboat. It's very nice looking. It looks great, but yeah. No, there's some good looking stuff for sure. Oh, I'm actually. I don't hate Star Wars. I'm just saying there's some things I really like the buildable characters and stuff. I'm just saying it's overpriced.
That's for sure.
I mean, but it's like
Last Clone. What is? Oh, I'm so sorry because I missed someone. Look on the stream, Mayo Hosco. What is going on?
Hi.
Okay, bye, Bounty Hunter. I'll move you over to the corner there, Mayo. Welcome to the stream. What is going on, Mayo Hosco? Quiet. Oh, okay. Bounty Hunter is back. Okay.
I think I accidentally refreshed the page.
All I could think was, hey, Bounty Hunter. Okay, I didn't know you had to beef with Mayo like that. Okay.
What?
Nah,
See how it is.
Nah. But how are you doing, Mayo?
Oh, I'm just waking up.
Oh, okay.
That's true. I think it's like it's gotta be like
No.
I don't know.
No, I know.
I'm not. But also, welcome in, Last Clone. What is going on?
Welcome.
Welcome. Okay, do I have any?
Wait.
There we go. And then, yeah, Mayo, did you decide what you're gonna, or I guess, do you have like a build you're gonna do for May the 4th? Because I know you're talking about a couple ideas that you had to build.
Yeah, well, it's funny you say that because yesterday I found my C3PO.
That could be very useful for something.
So I'm thinking maybe try build one of the interior scenes from the escape pod and
That could be a cool one to do for sure.
Try find a picture of the interior of the escape pod and build that as a habitat.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay, but Ani, do you know what he means when he says habitat? I feel like I should first. Do you know what he's referring to, Bounty?
No, yeah, I've seen some of
Okay.
his habitat stuff he's done. Yeah,
I was just gonna be sure because, that's good.
Yeah. I've seen them. I've seen ones he's done on his channel, but Star Wars, like, besides like the escape pod would be cool, like interior.
Mhm.
There's a lot of cool ones you can do with those small scenes, or there's a lot of good moments for those, and I've seen a few too.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm curious to see what other kinds man will do, because we were talking about he's got a lot of the regular I think 8x8 ones, man. I believe those are the 8x8 ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're the 8x8 ones. But there's obviously 8x8 is not the only base plate size, so.
I mean, I think that's really just down to who's building.
Mm-hmm.
Some people like to make smaller things, when some people go like really massive. It just depends.
Yeah.
But I think it's good, and I think I believe what matches what someone wants to do is the best for sure.
Mm-hmm.
No, with some mod like.
Well, the reason my habitats are 8x8 is because that's the standard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is the normal habitat size. Okay, where would be the
and people make a quote unquote habitat that's larger than that and can't connect, but that's not technically a habitat, because a habitat isn't a style of mock, it's a standard. Kind of like the Lego Gauge model standard or Mills.
Mm-hmm.
And even then, some people have their own way. Well, and even then, some people have their own substandards for building mills.
Yeah.
What scene from Clone Wars is this supposed to be?
This is going to be hopefully a representation of the first episode of the Clone Wars.
Wait, who's hot?
This is going to be the first episode of the very first episode of the show.
Because it looks like something from Tatooine.
Yeah, basically, it's just that the colors are fairly similar, but then I wanted to mix the two as well, just to make it a little more interesting.
Well, with those colors, it can only be Tatooine or Jakku.
You would be correct if we were talking about from the original trilogy, but I'm talking about from the Clone Wars. And in the Clone Wars, the very first episode called Ambush, Yoda and I have them over here.
Yeah, and
Fire and Reese, I believe. I think it's Reese. These guys, and of course the little green man. They are,
and then they get attacked by the droidicas, and
so they're going to meet. They're going to meet the king of a planet to see if they can set up a kind of republic base. And Count Duplo overhears this transmission, and he sends Asajj Ventress as well as some droids to kind of make a counter offer to the king to see if they can get him to side with them first. And Asajj Ventress proposes that she sends droids to attack the four, and if they can make it to the king, before sundown, then they will have won the bet, and the king will side with the Republic instead of the Separatists.
It's basically like our droids can wipe out Yoda and the clones, and that doesn't happen. So
you were correct. One Jedi is not worth.
Yeah, but
droid. He is worth 1,000. I'm sorry.
The only thing I know about the Clone Wars TV series is that the CGI is awful.
I wouldn't say it's off. It's definitely not as good as today's standards, but I personally wouldn't say it's awful.
the Clone Wars got better over every season. Like, yeah, if you go back and watch like maybe season 1, maybe 2, it's a little rough, but after that it was pretty good, and they've always updated it from there. Like even, but especially now with the new shows that stay in that style, it's a lot better than like the original like season 1. So it's improved over time for sure.
Yeah. And Copper, I know all that lore because I totally didn't watch this episode like 5 times for research and development purposes. So
it's a great episode though.
Yeah, honestly, after rewatching it, it makes me like remembering back on some of the older episodes too, like part of me, I kind of like some of the older, like, no doubt was what Mayo was saying, like, the CGI is 100% better in the newer episodes. But, like, I kind of like some of the plots and arcs from the older episodes a little better than the newer ones.
And, yeah, I can kind of agree with that in some ways, too, because I know people had some problems. I always like the Malevolence arc with General Grievous. That one was good to me, and that's at the beginning too, but it's just I really enjoyed that one, and I always do when I watch it. That's another one that made just Grievous a cool character. And then later you have the Kit Fisto episode with Grievous, becomes like a horror movie.
And it hunts everyone down in that.
Yeah.
So yeah. One other thing I was contemplating building instead of this for the Clone Wars is I was either going to do this or I was going to see if I could maybe make the Zillo Beast episode.
Wait, what? Which one?
The Zillo Beast one.
Oh, yeah.
Because that one is also another one of my favorite arcs from the season. I don't know if it's from season 1, but I do like that one as well. I'm not sure if it is from season 1, though. It might be season 2, actually, now I think about it. It's probably season 2.
I know it's early, Clone Wars, because Because a little after 3 by 4 fruit was that those were like the ending ones, and that was about Anakin seeing the visions of Vader and Ahsoka leaving and all that was near the end of Clone Wars. So, and then they did season 7 on Disney Plus, and that was pretty good. And then that was the end of Clone Wars. But I've enjoyed everything through it.
Copper, it's absent from shenanigans because we're missing like Brick Labs or Skyrim. That's why there's no shenanigans.
And actually, I got an update about Skywin. Skywin's going to be working on Saturday.
Well, he would be. I don't know. Yeah.
Because Skywin had to cancel on my Star Wars stream as a result. So I was thinking, because the Lego Transocean stream this week is going to be a Star Wars episode, and maybe I just send you out the invite, Crimson, at the start of the stream, and then if we don't fill up the whole of the panel, maybe you can just, be on there.
I would, Mayo. I have a on Saturday. I have a tennis match sometime on Saturday. I think it's like at 2, so I would be able to make it for the later stream, but not the
So like what time do you think would be available at the earliest?
At the earliest, I think the match is at don't quote me on this. I don't have a perfect
Because I don't know how long your tennis matches go for.
Yeah, normally the matches are about 2-ish hours, and I think mine starts at like 2:30 or something. Right, so it'll be like 4:30 and stuff by the time it's time for the Star Wars one, but just it's basically during the entire transatlantic, unfortunately.
Yeah, so I was thinking, why don't I do a Star Wars extension after that at 5 p.m.
No, yeah, that could work.
So like I do the things that I normally do on Saturday, and then when they're all gone, you can come on at 5 and we can talk about Star Wars together.
Yeah, for sure. I can do that.
Yeah, and also because I know that I know that at Bounty you've got plans for the Building and Chatting podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably going. But I think, well, that would be at
7, right, Donnie? Eastern?
Well, that's 7 Eastern. So I might be able to.
Yeah,
maybe like just for a little bit.
Yeah, because I don't really contact you unless you're with either Sky or Crimson. So I was thinking, since I have enough chemistry with you, would you like to be a replacement for Sky, and us three can talk about Star Wars together? Because like you have a lot to say about Star Wars.
Sky has more.
It depends on the topic you want to talk about. We could have a lot.
Because we could really talk about anything Star Wars. I just want to get into the festive spirit for May 4th.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah, so you said that Building and Chatting podcast starts at 7 p.m. Eastern?
7 p.m. Eastern, 6 Central for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So I was thinking, because Skywen said that he's got commitments for that. Why don't I cap the Star Wars extension of my Lego Transocean stream to end before the Building and Chatting podcast goes live?
To be a whole transition thing. The entire
we could do something like that. Just when is it? When does that start, or when would you want us on? I mean,
yeah. So what happens is I do a stream called the Lego Transocean stream with my friends. We always start at 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central, and we normally try keep that to 2 hours. But I was thinking, you know what? Because I want to do stuff for May the 4th be with you, extend that stream to have a Star Wars kind of after party included in that. I mean, I already titled this week's Transocean stream just Star Wars, so there's a natural transition in that anyway. So if you guys do the Building and Chatting podcast at 7 p.m, then I can be done with my friends on my stream at 5 p.m. I could get anyone that wants to talk about Star Wars, of which Crimson already let me know he wants to come on and talk about Star Wars. I'd love to talk about Star Wars with Crimson. And Bounty, if you want to do the same, we can talk about Star Wars from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Central, and then you guys can go and do your Building and Chatting podcast afterwards, and we can kind of do like a little raid. I can tell my viewers to go to the Building and Chatting podcast, because you guys don't have 100 subscribers on that channel yet, do you?
No, but we're getting closer though.
Wait, Bounty.
Yeah.
We get
last time I checked, you guys are at what, 86 subscribers?
I think it's 83, I believe, right now. Yeah.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah.
But-
So who knows? Maybe with my Star Wars extension of this week's Lego Transocean stream, when I just want to use that as an excuse to talk about Star Wars, because I don't normally dedicate a lot of time to doing that. So
Yeah.
I was thinking, if I end when Building and Chatting podcast starts, and I tell my viewers to continue by watching Building and Chatting, maybe you might pick up a few more subscribers.
Mhm.
And you'd be more likely to pick up a few more subscribers if you'd like to join Crimson and myself.
Yeah, I will. Just whenever whenever you need to send the link tomorrow, that'd be good.
Yeah, because like any excuse to talk about Star Wars for May the 4th be with you.
Oh yeah, I join it for sure.
Yeah, so you're the Bounty Hunter Network on you're the Bounty Hunter Network on Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And I forget whose helmet your profile picture is.
I can check real quick for your mail. So his PFP on Instagram, I think, is the same as on YouTube, right, Bounty?
Yes,
Did you
it
put
is.
it the same?
It is the same. I just don't know which character has that blue helmet.
I believe that's Django.
Yeah, it's Django. I did it today. Wait, just let me check my Insta.
Because there's a lot of Mandalorian, because all the Mandalorians share that helmet, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Django Fett. Because I did it for May the 1st and stuff for the Django stuff. I put it as this one for right now. But yeah, it should be this exact profile picture that's on here.
Yeah, because I just I just searched for Bounty in my DMs and I found you. So you're in. So you're in there.
Yeah, I can.
Somewhere in there, Bounty. Okay.
And you've got the Super Mario's brothers music in the background. I can hear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was thinking about getting. Okay, so what I want to do is Copper already knows what I'm thinking of doing, but I want to add that into a clip on StreamYard as well, Copper. So I don't know how I can send it to any of you, but Copper, you know the clip of when Brohas and Last were streaming, and Brohas shows the wall with the hammers, and Last is like, "Oh my goodness, it's beautiful! It's so beautiful." And I need that. I need that clip in there. I think I have it saved on YouTube. After the stream, if one of you or both of you, for that matter, want, I can send it to you so you'll understand what I'm talking about. I just love that clip so much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mayo, I just sent hello, sent you a hello message just so.
Yeah,
so you can...
because I forgot that I'd already DM'd you months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, because even though I'm not a Star Wars fan, I know a lot of Star Wars bros, and so because I have friends who are Star Wars bros, I always like to do something, which is why I thought to myself, there's got to be like a small scene I could do as a habitat. I was thinking about doing a micro scale version of the trench run, but then when I found my C3PO yesterday, I was like, oh, this would be perfect for the escape pod. Like, there's not a lot of detail inside of the escape pod, so now I just have to figure out how I want to build it.
Yeah.
And if you watch the Family Guy version of A New Hope, Wag 3PO and R2 Cleveland are getting high in the escape pod.
They're just having a good time.
They're just getting high while they're floating in space.
Oh, that's like is that oh no, it's like this Nubs.
What's that blue thing? What the hell is that?
That's Nubs, of course. This is Skyret's best friend.
Is that like a Dynaco car from Cars?
So this is from the new Star Wars kids show.
Oh my god, that looks
It's
like
a Jedi.
it looks like something from the Cars franchise, sponsored by Dynaco.
Maybe it is sponsored.
That's really weird.
He's just, he's just a little Jedi. He's in training. His name's Nubs.
But that doesn't
Nubsy Nubs Bear, it's the
but
best.
that doesn't look like a human or an alien.
It's because it's like an alien.
But it doesn't look like a typical Star Wars alien. It looks like
Well, that's because it's like a kid show, right?
Yeah,
so he's a little more fuzzy and
yeah, it
kind.
looks like
He's an evil teddy bear there.
He's a very evil teddy bear.
it looks like a knockoff Jabba the Hutt. Can you send me that picture privately, please?
Yeah, I'll do that after the stream.
I wanna study the intricacy of that picture.
The intricacy of Nubs.
Because it looks so wicked. Hey, the spy.
Welcome into the stream, The Spy. Wait, Bounty Hunter, that should be a stream of building and chatting. The intricacies of Nubs. I don't know what would happen.
Oh my god.
But it sounds glorious.
The intricacies of Nubs. Oh no.
No, that's gonna be the 40-minute essay video. Now I'm building it, talking about the Nubs lore.
Listen, I am not watching that show just to do an essay on that character.
But the video
It's not canon.
So popular. You don't understand. It's the Nubs lore, Bounty Hunter. Everyone wants to know the Nubs lore.
I would do that just for Skyrim to get mad at. All right.
That's fine. Hey, that's fine with me. I'll take it. Oh,
No, remember when we did that stream because Sky said it was like the most hated set ever. I was like, "This is Skyrim's favorite set right here," and everything. So,
yes.
but it was a great stream. Nubsy Nubs Bear. It was real.
Nubs. Honestly, I think Nubs should be like the Pikachu of Star Wars. Because he's just a little guy. Just a little guy.
Yeah.
So then what's Max Rebo supposed to be?
A little drummer guy.
Wait, what?
Actually, but he's just a little drummer guy.
Oh. Wait. Does Skyrim actually have a set he likes? Yes, he does.
He likes like all the Rebels sets.
Yeah, because isn't that because he grew up watching the Rebels on TV?
Yeah, but I don't think he ever had any of the sets, so he's just been going through slowly.
Well, I think he was kind of like me, where at that time I think me and him are both going through kind of a dark age of because he at the same time kind of stopped collecting a bit around then. And I did too. That was about 2014, 2015, 16. I just didn't get as much, and we didn't. I think he didn't really watch the show either. Like we both kind of watched it after the fact, and then when that happens, we're like, oh, this is really good, and all the sets are retired. So it's just that's kind of how it happened. But
Hmm.
he likes older Star Wars stuff because some of it is better, but I think some of the new stuff's good too. Like I'm more, I would say I'm more in the middle on some things. Sky can be a little,
Well,
yeah.
yeah.
There's some
He-
things where,
This is always my analogy for helmet holes, and he, as anyone who knows, he does not agree at all. But the reason that I don't hate them is because they have that customization and stuff, right? And the accuracy. If you don't like the accuracy, customs exist. But at the end of the day, those clone troopers were like, of course, you're a Star Wars fan, right? So you want to like it. You want it to be accurate to the show. You want it to be like the media that you love. But at the end of the day, it is a kid's toy. It's not made to be accurate. It's made to be playable. And the best way for it to be playable is to have the option to put on like the visors or the rangefinders or like the goggle things that I forgot what they're called.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't get all wrapped up in the helmet holes debate, but what I will say, the only thing good about it is its customizability. But
Well,
I think
that's what I'm saying.
I think where people don't like them, I think what they should then wish for is for them to be more subtle within the mold. And I think it's a bigger problem that the sides of the helmet looks fat rather than the actual holes in the helmet. That's my opinion.
yeah,
I mean,
that's the main.
I still
Like
I
like
don't-
honestly, my big problem with the new Stormtrooper helmets is that the new style versions is that the cheeks look too chubby.
Oh yeah, I think pretty much everyone can agree, and this is one thing that when Skyrim starts complaining about, I'll say fair enough, because I don't like the new Stormtrooper helmets either. I don't think they're good.
And that's why some people call them the Family Guy helmets.
And look at it though. Like I know like why people call it that, because if you look at those things side by side, that's what it looks like. It looks like the Family Guy helmets.
Yeah, but there's some things I agree with Sky on, and there's some I'm like, I'm not fully there, but it's just, I think the main thing with Sky, which is in a way I can agree with, is if we're spending this money, all the money, they're charging all this, we should get the best quality, we should get the best set we imaginable, and then there's a lot of ways where there's a lot of things that are either decreased quality or other. Like, that's just like some stickers on like the ARC 170. Like they're a little. The transparent ones are just kind of annoying, but it's just stuff like that. It's just there's things that are there, but then there's things that are a little. I think everyone can get a little nitpicky about some things. It's not just Sky, but yeah, I think there's things to be justified about criticizing.
What are you talking about? How the clear backed stickers get more dust underneath?
Or like that, yeah, like get bubbled off and off, yeah.
Yeah, well,
because it is
the
kind of.
bubbling. Well, the bubbling effect is why they made all the lightsaber blades frosted.
Yeah.
If you have frost in the lightsaber blades, you don't get any bubbles in there like we used to.
Mm-hmm.
And granted, that was back in the day when Harry Potter minifigs were still using bars instead of wand pieces for their wands.
Is this a bubbly one? there's a
It
minute.
does. It does kind of look like there is a small bubble in there.
No, yeah, I can see 3 for sure.
Like I could just see the reflection of the tiniest bubble at the
Yeah,
top.
you can kind of see 3 of them right there. It's catching
Yeah,
the light good.
Yeah, there's 3. However, when they use the frosted plastics, you don't get the bubbling,
Yeah.
which is why I think it was a good change.
Yeah, and I think I even have the same. No, wait, does this have a bubble in it?
Yeah.
No, they have
Well-
infection mode.
But yeah, I think that I might need to go right now. But no, but for tomorrow, yeah, just send me the links for the Star Wars show or whatever,
Yeah.
and I'll join.
Yeah, I'll DM both Crimson and yourself 10 minutes before 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central.
Alrighty. No, that sounds really good. No, it was great to be on with you all. Great to see you again, Crimson. Great to talk. And
Always good.
I'll see y'all
Always good.
tomorrow.
Yeah, see ya. Always good to talk to you, Bounty. See you tomorrow.
Yep.
Goodbye, bounty hunter. And he's gone. You know, Copper, I was so busy in conversation, I didn't even notice you lying to my face like that. I don't believe that you can be nice. I think these are lies. What other lies have I been told by the council?
Tell me lies. Tell me sweet little lies.
That's what Copper does to me. He bullies me all the time, and then when it finally comes to this, oh, see, look, I'm being nice to you. I don't buy it. This is all an act.
So we're coming up on 1.5 hours. When do we want to end this stream?
I was probably gonna go till, like you said, probably like 1.5. Maybe at most it'll go to 7:15 at the latest, but probably just till 10 minutes till.
Because I'm gonna have to go eat a breakfast once the StreamYard clock hits 1.5 hours.
Yeah, no, that's fine. It'll probably be almost be ending it by then too. So yeah, no worries there.
Quitting time.
It's closing time, as they would say at the office.
Yeah. Oh no! The Krusty Krab is closed.
A terrible sight. All right, no problem, Copper. Yeah, if everyone's gonna head out, then we'll probably do it fairly soon. Yeah.
Because I don't personally, I find 1.5 hours to 2 hours to be a sweet spot for me.
No, yeah, that's for sure. I do definitely like those times, but I will say, there's still part of me that wants to do the crazy thing of the 24-hour just or 6 absurdly long live stream, because I'm just crazy like that. But
yeah, I think the Instagram link app is bugging because certain features aren't loading. So if you are also having those troubles on Instagram, let me know about it, so I know I'm not the only one. Okay, that is pretty much in place. Yeah. So I forget which spacecraft that thing with the guns is supposed to be. Is it an MTT something?
This one that I have right here is just a basic kind of droid tank. Yeah, it's called an AAT.
Okay.
I've
seen that a lot before.
They have this color scheme of grays and navy blue, but there's also a light tan version. But I went with this for 2 reasons. One, because it's more accurate to the episode. and 2, just so it contrasts with the tans that I'm already using for the bottom. It wouldn't make sense to have it be the same color.
Because I know that in all the suffix T acronyms, the T is for tank. I know that one of the A's is for armor, but what's the other A?
We can do some research and development right now.
Is it the armor attack tank or something?
Let's see. It stands for. Hold on, that's the wrong.
Because I think the AT-80 is all-terrain assault tank or something.
AAT Mayo stands for armored assault tank.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So armored assault tank.
Which
So I guess since it's a hover rather than a walker, means it's not for all-terrain.
and the ATTE stands for all terrain tactical enforcer.
Because like some people might not know that all of those acronyms for the tanks in Star Wars have actual meaning.
Yeah, I think the ATAT is all terrain armored transport.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I knew
I
something
don't.
like that.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, I'm pretty okay with this. Okay, Copper. Wow. But yeah, we'll probably end it in 4 minutes. So we are on the hour. It'll be pretty much on there. Yeah, I'm excited for that stream, Mayo. I'll be seeing you there. Yeah, I'm. Do you have an R2D2 as well, or
Yes,
only-
yes. Yeah,
yeah.
because the second Star Wars set I ever got was the 2008 Clone Wars era Anakin Starfighter. That's how I got my Anakin, and that's how I got my R2D2.
Yeah, so you could totally do like a little mini mock of the inside of the escape pod for sure.
Yeah, because I got my mock of the Death Star a conference room, and like right on my I took it out from the garage, put it on my bedside table to get ready for May the 4th be with you.
Mhm.
And so you can see with the light getting it there.
Wait, I'll make you the. There you go. Now everyone can see a little bit better.
Yeah, so you can see that that under darkness, the pearl gold of C-3PO really stands out.
Yeah, like
And also,
there's a couple other guys doing stuff.
Actually, where is my R2? I guess I don't have my R2D2 here right now.
Mm.
I got my
C3PO at least. Yeah.
I got my C3PO. So I think because of that, I'll definitely try to build that, because like that's a small scene I can make. I probably also want to try make the booth eventually for Mos Eislings.
Mhm.
Sadly, I don't own a Han Solo minifig, so maybe when I get a Han Solo minifig, I can try to build one of the booths at the cantina.
Yeah, Copper. I'll quickly go over some projects and stuff that's going on right now. So one project and stuff is this. One other project is the review for the Horizon set. That just has to be. There might be some extra filming to do with that, but I think it just has to be edited up. And one final video. Actually, I guess there's two more. But there's going to be a mock showcase and a lore video for Claymore for a mock contest. And the final thing going on is going to be a collab. And that, I don't know when that video is going to come out. I still have to build this stuff for it because I've been busy with this. But, so yeah, I have a couple things cooking right now. But this leaves us onto the hour. So, man, if you have anything to say, you can say it. But
Yes, I'll be live in 2 hours with another one-on-one hangout, and I'll be live tomorrow for the Lego Translation stream, and then halfway through that we'll be talking about Star Wars.
so I think that wraps it up for the stream. Thank you to everybody who was in the stream, especially people on the panel. Thank you for the people in chat, like Copper and Scott, for sticking here through the whole hour and a half. And I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye, everyone.